He was so charming with her and just sweet with her. That's why I became interested in Kody, was because how well he treated Meri.
When I entered the family, Kody and Meri, they were in love. They were attached. They were connected.
It says a lot about you when you have both your wives or your ex-wives sort of lamenting about the same thing and how bad of a job you did as a husband. And to have Christine and Janelle say that Kody was an amazing husband to Meri and he was in love with Meri when he said he never really loved Meri says a lot because of how they feel about her. But anyway, hey there, thanks for stopping by. It's your girl Valerie. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, click the like button, turn on the notification bell for when I upload new videos, and definitely leave a comment. In this episode, I'll be reviewing Sister Wives, Season 18, Episode 12. So the episode starts off with Christine and her daughter, Mykelti, and Tony obviously talking about, the fact that Mykelti is expecting twins. Tony was surprised that, she got pregnant when she was breastfeeding. And it's like, well, no contraception is ever 100% proof. Yes. So I don't, you always have to be cautious. And so it's nice that they're talking about this pregnancy. It's a bit strange that Mykelti said she phoned Robin because Robin had difficulty with pregnancy, so she wanted advice from her. That's why she told her first before she told her mom. And it's like, you should have a midwife. Why didn't you ask your midwife for advice? Make it make sense. And why didn't she tell her mom first? For me, some of Christine's daughters, I think, have had closer relationships with their other mums than they've had relationships with their mum. That's the way it's come across. I remember there's one time where when they were in Vegas, one of her daughters actually moved in with Meri because Christine and her were butting heads. So she moved in with Meri and lived with Meri for a bit. And it seems Mykelti moved in with Robin to help Robin with the kids. And now that's how they've created this bond. But then it's like, so is that bond stronger than your bond with your mum? Make it make sense. Obviously she had to announce to everyone. I think she should have maybe done it at the end of the party when people, are ready to leave. And then she says, oh, by the way, I just wanted all you, because it took away the sort of the excitement about the birthday party. And it's like, why sort of, this is, a very important occasion for your mom. Not only she's turning 50, but the fact that she's left an abusive relationship, in my opinion, that was an abusive and toxic relationship. She's, her having a come out moment. She's got her family members there to celebrate and shower her with love as she makes this transition into this life as a single, not older woman who's trying to date and trying to start a new life. I think that was a bit insensitive. Yes, she was excited, but I think she should have waited until after people had eaten, people had sung happy birthday, people had relaxed, and then she'd say, oh, by the way, can I, maybe just before presents or after presents, she would have said, oh, can I just make an announcement? We're expecting twins. That's it. Or maybe if she'd pulled Janelle aside and told Janelle, if she wanted to tell Janelle, I thought that was insensitive. And it's a bit rich for Robin to say, oh, well, I guess we were the ones that were told first. You knew you were the ones who were told first. You always want to be number one. So don't pretend as though, this is something that's irrelevant. To you, it's very important. That's why you wanted to be told first. So please sit down somewhere. And the fact that she was saying, oh, we weren't invited to the party. There was a conversation about a family reunion. Everybody else was on board except for Robin and Kody. So she doesn't want a family reunion, but she wants to pop in when she wants to and then pop out when she doesn't want to. Make that make sense? I feel like, I don't even know, this woman, she gets on my last nerve because she always likes to play the victim. This is somebody else's birthday. Oh, it stings. Why does it sting? When you have parties at your house, you can barely invite the person you call your friend, Meri, and yet you suddenly find it stinging that you're not invited to Christine's party. Make it make sense. You hate the idea that she's having so much joy without you. You thought she would leave and she should be miserable, and she actually seems to be thriving without you, and that is what is paining her the most, in my opinion. And also the idea that Christine opened the door for all the other wives to walk out, but the door was already open when Meri was catfished. So it was just a matter of, the door was open and they were waiting for someone to walk out, and Christine was brave enough to walk out, and now everybody else followed suit. So please keep quiet. Mary, poor Mary. So we have Mary meeting up with one of her friends. I have seen him on social media with her. Apparently, he's an interior designer. He's gay. That came out. So for those that said she was dating him, no, he's gay. He's got a husband. And also, so he was coming to see her designs and sort of have a conversation about her workspace. And the truth is starting to come out of Mary's lips slowly, because she spoke about how she now has trust issues when it comes to talking to people online, and how she always asks for a video call before or during the conversations, just to make sure she's speaking to a real person. And I said this before, that the only reason why Meri hasn't left this family is because of the backlash of the catfishing incident, because she said, people have their opinions and family members have their opinions. She was worried about what people would say. I think this is one of the reasons why, when she was asked or told to get her divorced, she decided to do that, because she knew she wanted an out, but she didn't know how she was going to get out of the situation with Kody. And so I know people give her a lot of flack for staying. I feel, as I've always said in my reviews, the reason why Meri didn't leave before Christine was because of the catfishing incident. That broke her spirit. The backlash from that, the backlash from her family, even from her own child, is what caused her to stay in this marriage for as long as she's done. And I think now she's getting the realization that, well, actually, you'd rather leave and be happy than stay and be miserable. And I think seeing Christine doing what she wanted to do is what is making her feel more comfortable in her own skin to make choices and decide that I'm not going to share anything that I find sort of brings me joy with anyone else that's not going to be happy for me. And it's a bit rich. Here we come, Miss Misery. It's interesting how Meri has this joyous relationship with Jen. I wish we could have that, but we're always consoling one another. And it's like, who's consoling who? When have you ever consoled Meri? When have you been there for Meri? Meri's spoken about how she was alone during COVID. You all were saying you were following these guidelines. Meri lived on her own. There's no way she could infect herself. She was following the guidelines. And even if Kody didn't want to see her, you could have gone to check on her. But no, you decided to stay in your palace with your husband and look down on her. And suddenly now it's, I wish I could have that relationship with her. The boat left. It's already somewhere in the ocean. It's too late for you to want to jump on. You need to keep it moving. You had people at your house. You had an occasion at your house. You didn't invite Meri, but you want a relationship with Meri. Make that make sense. Why do you have to be the victim in everybody else's story? Oh my God, she gets on my last nerve. I think watching Kody as a father or a husband makes everybody appreciate their situation a lot more than they did before they watched him, because he then goes to visit Janelle's new place. And I give credit to Janelle, because there was no reason for her to live cramped in a little small apartment when someone else was benefiting off her dime and living in this big palatial house. It doesn't make sense. So he goes there to view the place and he's complaining, I feel like, I'm no longer a part of this. I think she moved out just because she wanted her own place without me. And it's like, what do you think, Sherlock Holmes? So why would she live in a cramped apartment when her money was being used to lavish on someone that, she didn't talk to? So I give her credit for moving out. And for him to say to Savannah, do you like this? Do you like this better than the RV or the cramped little apartment? And it's like, why would you say that? Why would you say that? What in your mind makes you think that that's okay? I don't get this man. And the fact that he's got other children living comfortably, and his daughter, you could see, wasn't living comfortably, and that was okay with him. He didn't worry about her living in an RV. He didn't worry about her living in the cramped apartment. And suddenly now she's in this place. He wants her to, this is amazing for you. Oh, shut up, please. He gets on my last nerve. He really does. And for him to say, I don't know why she's showing me this place because it looks like I'll never live here. Well, you're separated, Sherlock Holmes. What do you think? Have you made any effort to come back? You're saying that, well, I don't know whether I'm happy that she's, she doesn't want us to reconcile, or I'm worried that why is she refusing to reconcile? Oh, please sit down somewhere and keep quiet. Please keep quiet. You're getting on my last nerve. Seeing Meri and her friends, discussing her renovation is nice and sweet. I think this is the best thing that she could have ever shown us, her transition into her own sort of personal space and sort of her independence and emancipation from Kody, because he's told her he doesn't want anything to do with her. So she might as well start creating something for herself. Her children know that this is what she's doing, and she seems happy. She seems to be surrounded by people that love her, support her, and want what's best for her. And even it's evident as they're discussing and she's becoming a bit controlling that they're not offended. They know who she is, they understand who she is, and they accept her for who she is. And she was honest enough to say she's self-aware, Meri, because she said, I know I am controlling, and that's me trying to protect myself because nobody else will. She's lived this polygamous lifestyle where she's had to depend on herself. So I'm not surprised that she's doing this, because otherwise everybody else would just leave her in the dust, which they have for years and years and years, because they've said, oh, Meri's horrible, Meri's this, and they've just left her to do her own thing. And so, it was cute to see her flashbacks from Vegas when she was building a house and how she kept fighting with the contractors about what she wanted. And even Kody said, Meri's very, she likes to be in control and manage everything. And that's good. I think that way, that's how the family functioned. Yes, it was toxic, but the family was united in the sense that they were always doing things together. And now it seems everybody's just gone their own separate way because there's now a new leader, and the leader is selfish and only wants what's best for her and not for the family at large. And it's cute how her friend was like, well, you won't come in to see anything past a certain stage, and you could see she was about to freak out. But I like that they know who she is and they're able to sort of contain her and sort of allow, or maybe make it known to her that, oh, you're spiraling, you need to calm down now. Watching Kody continue on this tour of Janelle's house is painful. They start to talk about, the size of the property and the size of the property she wants to build at Coyote Pass. And for me, I don't know whether it's just me. Or whether anyone else has noticed. Kody has shown his cards in the sense that he's kept Janelle around, he's kept Meri around for the finances. Because remember a couple of episodes ago, he was saying to Meri, I want to build this barnamia or whatever it is, this barn at the property. You're welcome to move above it. And that was him saying to her, if you pay off the property, because they have this loan that they have to pay off, then I'll build this condominium and you can stay in it and you can live there and you don't need to pay rent or pay anyone anything else. And when Meri refused that idea, he's now coming to Janelle with the same thing. So he wants Meri or Janelle to pay off the loan at Coyote Pass. He doesn't want to take his equity from his current property with Robin to pay off the property. No, he doesn't want to earn the money with Robin to pay off the property. No, he wants to use his cash cows that he's had for years and years and years to pay for him. And because they're saying no, this is why he doesn't want a relationship with them, because he's realized that they've woken up. They are refusing to be used by him as he's continued to do for years. He's begrudged Meri for buying, the inn and not putting the family name on it, and refusing and wanting to keep it in her family. And I think this is now his problem with Janelle, and this is why things are tense, things are awkward, and he doesn't know what to say to her. For him to say he wants to continue his relationship. He doesn't want to continue a relationship because he loves Janelle. He wants to continue a relationship with Janelle because she's the finance department. So she will bring in the money. Meri will bring in the money. But he doesn't want an intimate relationship with them. Oh, I've got a separate relationship or a separate life that I lead, with Robin and the kids. I can't discuss that here. And that's why it's awkward. Why would you want to discuss it even if things were working okay? Why would you feel that Janelle would want to hear about you and Robin and your lifestyles? Make that make sense. That man is very confusing and is very, I don't want to call him names. Anyway, so it still doesn't make sense to me why he was there. She asked him to put up pictures. He knew he didn't want to be there. If he really was keen in building a relationship with Janelle, as she said, he should have seen her off camera. He should have asked her to go to counseling, and he should have tried to work on, rebuilding his family. Oh, but it's all unraveled and I don't know what to do. You know what to do, and it's too late. You isolated yourself with your favorite wife and left everybody else out there in the wind. And then when you realize that, oh, those people have finally found life rafts for themselves and they're learning to swim and are swimming away, not towards your boat, you decided, oh, please come back, please come back. And they said, no, we've been out here in the cold for so long, we're out. And now he's sort of, oh, I might try and speak to her in a week again to see if she wants to reconcile. I don't think so. You yourself have said that you don't see yourself living there, so please keep it moving. Anyway, I digress. Hearing Meri talk about her marriage to Kody and hearing Janelle and Christine, irregardless of their relationship with Meri, co-sign that version that Kody sold Meri a dream. He treated her like, this was it. Marriage. He would always be by her side. He would be loving, caring, attentive. He would always put her first. And so I think this is one of the reasons why Meri has struggled to leave this marriage. And I'm happy that she's telling her story. I'm happy that she's speaking up. And when she goes to Parawan about the trees, I think the analogy she used summed up her life after Kody, because she was saying she doesn't know whether to stay and just be a part of the family and not be married to Kody, or to leave, and go and start afresh. And after the trees were cut down, she said, I was scared about the trees coming down, but it actually looks amazing without the trees. And I think for her, she's more or less saying she was worried about leaving Kody, but once she's left Kody and they started a new life, she's realized it's more amazing. If you see her on social media, she looks like a totally different woman. So I am happy for her. I'm sad that he sold her the dream and kept her on a leash until he wasn't interested and then just let her free because he realized he couldn't get what he wanted. I think once he met Robin and he created this life with Robin, he realized that, oh, I really don't need Meri. I don't need Christine. I need Janelle, but I only need Janelle's money and I only need Meri's money. And when Meri refused with her money, that's when he cut her out completely, and so was hoping Janelle would stay to be the finance for his and Robin's lifestyles. And so it's sad that this is where she is, and it might be painful, but it seems she's doing amazing without Kody. That man is infuriating at times. Well, most of the times, but anyway, I digress. Thanks guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, and click the link in my video to watch my review from episode 11. Bye guys.